All right, we have video, we have sound, and we have a massive dragon that we have to keep filling gaps on. So that's the plan for today. More gap filling. So yeah, like these wings are going to need quite a bit of work, and the dragon's not completely gap filled yet, so we should probably work on that, finish that. And I think there might be a few spots that I missed on the base, so we can work on that for a bit. So I'm just gonna move these wings out of the way, and I think what we'll do is we'll take a look at the base. Oh god, how do I put this dragon down without breaking something? There, that'll work. So yeah, we can take a look at the base and just, cause like right here, it's a tiny little gap that we should probably fill in a little bit. Other than that, I think we're pretty good on the base. Maybe needs a little bit of cleanup in a couple of spots that I missed. Like right here. Oh, you can't see, can you? Right here needs a little bit of cleanup because there's some support nubs there. And then, but we can do that later when we're cleaning up the gap filling, because there's going to be a whole lot of sanding that needs to get done. So I'm going to put together a small amount of this, because I don't want to have too much at a time, because I don't really want to waste it. I do have a ton of it, like this is gonna last me a while, but why waste it when you don't have to, right? And I think when I do a sanding pass on it, it'll probably get rid of actually quite a bit of it, but we'll see. The important part is that there are no gaps, or at least that the gaps are basically invisible. And first little bit goes here. In other news, I might not stream tomorrow. We'll have to see when I get home, but my girlfriend has an appointment at 2, and it's probably better that I go with her for reasons. So tomorrow, if I do stream, it'll probably be later than 2, but I'll update the schedule if I think about it. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure if I'll stream tomorrow. If not, then I'll stream on the weekend. Stream on like Saturday or something. Saturday or Sunday, because I don't really have anything going on this weekend. Let's see. Make sure, try to smooth this as much as possible so that I don't have to do quite as much sanding when I get to it. probably about as good as I'll be able to get it for now. Once we prime it, we'll be able to see anything that we do need to clean up. Like, this is actually kind of ugly right in there. Kind of hard to see with my hand in the way. But yeah, it's a little bit ugly in there. Maybe I'll fill it with sand or something. I'm probably just gonna cover the base with something instead of trying to fill in all these gaps. I'll sand it down as smooth as I can get it, and then put something on here like cork, or I have some really thin cork that I can maybe use, or maybe I'll get like a piece of felt or something to put on the bottom. But yeah, let's work on the dragon a little bit. Urgh. So we have a few tiny gaps. So hopefully it doesn't take us ages. The wings are gonna take us quite a while to get done. Let's get some sculpting tools out too, since I'm here. Might as well get them now, so I'm not searching for them when I actually need them. I think that's all of them. What? One more. There. And let's get this stuff ready for when I need it, which probably now is a good time. I want to make sure I don't get rid of the actual detail that's there. I just want to fill in the gap. Yeah, once we get these gaps sorted, we'll be able to start priming. And then we'll see where I messed up. And then we'll have to fix it. Stick in the gap, but I don't want it to cover the scales. So I'm not really trying to sculpt in new detail for these parts. I'm really just trying to make sure that the putty goes into the gap. Then we can take some water and just like smooth most of it away. and hopefully keep this clean so that I don't have to do as much cleanup when I get to it. And again, don't take this as a tutorial because I am learning how to do this. I have no idea what I'm doing. Mostly. Especially like sculpting and working with epoxy putties. Because I have not done a lot of that so far. Don't need it up here. So I can clean it. Clean it up a bit. Wipey, wipey. It's pretty good. I think that's decent. I think that'll work for us. Next one, or next little bit. Super tiny wormy dealies. I don't know, what's this? Oh, okay, never mind. All right. Pokey pokey. Whoops. Don't stick to it, please. Just poke it in so it sticks. I think we have a little bit of squeeze out here, which is probably going to help us a little bit. Get in there. Okay, not bad. We're getting better at this. And I might start experimenting with different schedules for a little while. Just so I can figure out what works for me. Like, this week has worked fairly well, if I'm being honest. But yeah, just trying to establish these routines. Something to do. And obviously, once I start working again, then it'll probably change. I might have to go back to doing late nights again. But we'll see how things shake out. There we go. Let's do all this stuff in here if we can. And there's a crack right here we should fill too. There we go. Right there. Push it in. That's what she said. Ha 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 ha. Oh man. There. And this thing is massive. I'm kind of a little bit nervous about painting it because I still haven't really figured out what I want to do in regards to painting. So once all these gaps are filled and we've done all the cleanup, I'll prime everything, even some of the failed prints, and I'll have to do a few sessions of color testing, basically, because I want to make sure that I do this justice, because it's a really nice model. And I've been holding on to it for quite a while. Mostly because I didn't have a 3D printer big enough to print it at the size I wanted to print it. So now that I have it printed, I need to paint it and I need to really do it justice. I need to be happy with it. Because it's going to be on display somewhere. I'm going to have to figure out where, because I don't think it's going to fit in my display cabinet, although I might be wrong. But we'll find out once it's put together. Go in here. Ah, no, don't stick to me, stick to the model. Nope. Ah, God damn it. There. Lube it up. Push it in. Oh, come on. There. Okay. I got it in. For now. Let's just try to push it in with the silicone. Just make sure that it's stuck in there. There. All right, let's smooth her out. Lights are too low. I keep bonking them with my head. There. There's some holes in here which shouldn't be here. So what if I just do that? There, that looks better. You can't really see what I'm doing, but right here. Okay. Next, little bit of gap. Let's just do it piece by piece. So legs first, then tail. Make sure the tail's sorted, and I think that'll cover it all. So for colors, I'm still thinking grayish purple is a main color with the green color shift. For like the scales, and then all the crystals, maybe try to do like a translucent purple paint scheme, like make it look like the crystals are semi-translucent. Oh god, that's gonna be a pain in the ass. But I'm not sure. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off. And then for the wings, I was just thinking just doing your standard leathery wing type color. So like a brownish color. And the scales on the stomach, like on the bottom part, are going to be a different color. They're going to be a lighter color. Maybe like a tan or something. Oh god, I don't know. It's going to be some of the testing that we do on some of the test pieces. It's so awkward to get in there. And it's a part that's probably not really going to be seen because it's underneath. I still want to fill the gap, but I don't think it's critical to get it perfect. I'd like to get it done well. Okay, come on. Stick down to the model, please. Thank you. Let's grab another small piece. And place. Come on, you can do it. That's right. Okay. Whoops. There. And then I guess we just poke at it. That seems to be working. Again, it's hard to see what I'm doing just because these angles are awkward. But I'm basically just trying to smooth it out and make it look like any excess is part of the original sculpt, which is very difficult on this part. Just mushing it down and using water to help smooth it down a little bit. Which seems to be helping us. And it's a little bit difficult to hold this dragon because of all the spiky bits too. Okay, that's probably as good as we're gonna get it. Okay, what about you? This needs to be filled for sure. Let's see if I can zoom in. I wonder if... Let's test something. Grab you. Yes. I'm gonna see if I can connect my phone to the camera so I can use my phone to do it. Come on. Thank you. So can we zoom in? Oh yes. Cool. So let's zoom in a little bit. I think that's good. Can I? Okay, it won't let me do anything other than zoom, just because it's set to overhead, and for some reason they disabled that functionality for overhead, which is kind of annoying. I'm not sure why, but, well, I know why it's annoying, I'm just not sure why they disabled it. Because it was working fine before. Anyway, at least I can zoom in so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. I just have to make sure that I keep it in frame. Oh, that was too much. So yeah, you can sort of see what I'm doing a little bit better now. Huzzah! I I just need to turn it so that I can see what I'm doing. There. Poke it in. Smooth it out. See if we can actually keep that separation between there. Let's see if we can just try to get rid of as much of the excess as we can. It's not bad. Yeah, pretty good. Ow, ow, ow. Much better than the rest. But this is going to be a pain in the ass to clean up. Oh well. Okay, there's a little bit over here to do. Whoop. Try to get this as thin as possible so I don't have too much excess to work with. There. Okay, and then where are we? Somewhere over here. Whoops. Right here, actually. That's where we are. So awkward. There. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Let's see if we can press this in. some water. Just to clean it up a bit. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm gonna sand in there, but I guess I'll figure it out. Gonna have to. Okay, so that's good. I think I'm going to... No, this is still good for a little bit. I was gonna say that I was going to mix up some more, but I think we're okay for now. Come on. God damn it. See if I can do this. Need to go in here. Can I just push it in with the silicone and not just to get the initial stick? Okay. There. Poke it in. There. Oh yeah, I forgot to put a picture down in the corner of what the completed model looks like. It's a weird week last week. Had a few appointments and stuff to work on last week, so sort of lost track of a few things. But I will get it done. I'll have to find a good picture, or maybe a few pictures, drop them in a folder and put like a carousel or something. Or carousel, like a slideshow or something. There. I think I could have done a better job at cleaning up the pieces, because there's some support nubs here, and I saw some on one of the crystals somewhere. Anyway, right here actually, on this one, right there. So I guess I could have done a better job at cleaning those up, but it's all good. When we sand all these gap filling things that we just did, we'll take the opportunity to do a little bit of cleanup too. There. Feels like we're progressing fairly quickly on this guy. It's been what? This is the 4th stream for Fafnir. And maybe by the end of the stream we'll be able to start priming. I don't think I'll prime on stream because that's gonna take a bit. And I'm going to need to get, I think I'm gonna get like a spray can primer instead of using my airbrush, because my airbrush doesn't cover a lot at the same time. Or at least not for something of this size. But actually no, we might not be ready to prime after this, because we also have to like do a lot of cleanup. So never mind, I'm getting ahead of myself. Although we could prime, do some sanding to do some cleanup, and then prime again. But I don't know if I want to go that route. Maybe work on hiding some of the crimes on the base with some piles of dirt and whatnot. Okay. I wonder if there's other ways I could have put this together that would have filled the gaps a little bit better. Like maybe if I added a little bit of extra of the epoxy glue so that it actually squeezes out. But I don't know, I was doing a lot at once at that time, so I didn't want that much squeeze out. And I'm pretty sure sanding the epoxy would have been a pain in the ass because it's a tiny bit flexible. So I think it would have made sanding really annoying. There's a few spots on the base that actually have a little bit of extra epoxy glue. So we can test my theory then, but okay, I don't think I need any here. See if we can blend it in a little bit. There. Okay, let's continue some gap filling on the neck. Not sure how that got there, but it was in a good spot, so I figured I'd use it. Okay. Wait, I have some already. Lube it up. Push it in. See if we can flatten it a little bit. Good, good. A little bit of water. And smooth it out. Not bad. What is that? Oh, sandpaper. Bits of sandpaper stuck in it. I think what might be useful is a set of tiny, tiny files, which I do not have. Yeah, okay. Just making sure we're in frame. Okay, next little wormy daily. Break it off here. Oh, well, that didn't work. I made it a little bit too thin, so it pushed right into the crack. Okay, a little bit of a thicker piece here. Might be a little bit too thick, but that's okay. Okay. More smoothing. There. We're getting there. Oh, it looks like I missed a little bit over here. So let's see if we can deal with that. Ah, come on. Dang it. Maybe with the silicone instead. Yeah, I might have to mix up some more because it's starting to get into its sticky phase. There. Plus, I don't really have that much left anyway, so. See if we can flatten this out. Huh. Interesting. That actually worked pretty good. Wow. Okay. I think we have a new technique, maybe? We're learning. Ah, come on. Stick to where I need you to stick to, please. So tapping it a whole bunch of times seems to work. To flatten it out as much as possible, and it gets rid of a lot of the excess too. In theory. Do not break anything, please. Okay. Let's get it going with the silicone. Then grab this, put some of the hand cream on it, and then just start poking. Cut you off. Cut you off. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing, can you? There you go. I think as long as the end that I'm, like, as long as this end is wider than the gap I'm trying to fill, then I can just tap it to flatten it out as much as possible, and it'll actually also push away some of the excess. And then I can just use a silicone tip with some water to just smooth everything out. Brilliant. cleaning up some of the detail in here. There. Okay, I think that's that leg done. So let's continue on with the neck. Oops. Let's see if this works. Because this gap was pretty big, so I might need to use like a slightly bigger tip. Although, no, I think it'll be good. Basically, I'm just trying to mash it into the gap. Yeah, I think we're like right at the limit for this batch because it's starting to get harder to work with. Make sure there's that distinction between the scale and the crystal. So it doesn't look like it's just all one piece mashed into one. Okay, that looks pretty decent. Okay. All right. So let's mix up a little bit more. And try to keep the right lids on the right parts. Probably be ideal to wear gloves for this, but I don't know, I don't get the same, like you don't get the same tactile feel wearing gloves when doing this, so I find it a lot harder. Okay. Next step. Don't want it too thin, but I don't want it to be too thick either. Okay. Getting these cracks filled. Stop sticking, please. Okay. Let's do some more flattening. Oops. Did not want to do that. Come on. Thank you. Okay, grab some water. Smooth this out. Try to grab this excess off. Whoops. Not what I wanted to do. More water. Okay, I seem to be washing it out of the gap. Not ideal. There. Okay, let's leave that alone for a little bit. Do the next portion. There. Great. Okay. Yeah, you can still see what I'm doing. Good. Okay. Scrape most of it away. And smooth it. There's a tiny little hole that I want to fill here. Okay. That final little bit of gap is going to be a little bit tricky, I think. It's kind of hard to see because there's so much in the way. Okay. I think we did okay on that part. Let's see where else. Right here. Oh man, this is gonna be a little bit awkward. Like this maybe for now. So right here. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's like right here. Maybe I should put together some more, or put together some shorts and stuff, because I am recording this. At least I'm recording the source. Should sit down and do that. I just haven't taken the time yet. Sit down, edit out some shorts. I should have some time-lapse videos of, when I was printing it, actually. So maybe I can do a couple of shorts with that. Okay, come on, stick to model. Close enough. So this is all one scale. So we need to make sure that it looks like one scale. There. Another one. Did that actually? Yeah, it did. Okay. Good. Okay. A little bit of water. need to make some space under this desk too. This office is a mess. I'm working on organizing it. Another little wormy. And let me go check something real quick. Yeah. Dropping boxes everywhere. There. Okay, where are we going to next? There's a tiny bit of a gap. That I just lost. Where was I? Oh yeah. Okay, it's out of frame anyway, so I need to finagle this in a way. There. I need to be able to see what I'm doing too. Yeah, I might have to spend a little bit of extra time dialing in the printer a little bit better. Because I don't think the default settings are quite working out that well. I didn't have a ton of failures, but I had a few. Oh crap. Damn it. But I haven't printed anything with it since I finished the dragon, because I have this project to finish. I have another project that I had started that I should also probably finish. Smooth. Okay, I'm poking more holes in it. Don't want to do that. Just want a tiny, tiny piece. Ah, come on, seriously? Maybe that'll help. There. Okay, I think. Oh, not quite. Oh, geez. Did not like the sound of that. Doesn't look like anything's broken. Okay, good. tiny bit here, whoops, here, that we need to work on. Almost. Okay. There's still some more right here. And it goes all the way around. And I have to hold the dragon up while I do this. So this is going to be a little bit awkward. Okay, we don't want stickage right now. Okay, you can stick to the model, just don't stick to the tool. Yeah, I definitely could have done a better job at gluing it, but That's why we have gap filler, right? A little bit more work, but it's all good. Yeah, and it keeps going and going and going and going. Actually, there's not really that much left on this to do. Just a wee tiny bit. Ugh, come on. Don't stick to my finger, please. Okay. Go where I need you to go, please. There. Okay. Smoothing it out. Let's make sure that the distinction is good. Okay. Neck done. Legs done, I think. Yeah. There's a tiny bit of a gap right here. So maybe we just work on that for a second. And there's a few spots on the tail we're gonna have to work on after, but let's go. Okay, how am I? Okay. In. God damn it. Okay. There. It's not even in the crack. That's what she said. Okay. Let's see if we can manipulate this a little bit to get it to where I need it to be. There. There. Get rid of some of the excess. Spread it to other parts. Okay. Hey, Roman. Doing well so far. Yourself? How are we doing today? Good. Yeah, I might not be able to stream tomorrow, depending on what happens, but I'll probably set something up for like Saturday or Sunday instead. Almost made it a full week of streaming every day. Almost. Nice. Why tear it down? Why not just leave it up? Let it produce things in the background. Unless you need the space for it. But I probably shouldn't talk because I completely tore down everything that I built up to phase, or up to the last phase, so you know. Just noticed another little bit of a crack or gap right here. So I thought we were done with the tail, but we were not done with the tail. That makes sense. But it also makes it more fun, right? Tearing down the old and rebuilding it faster, better, stronger. Okay, you stay down here. Thank you. Let's push it down with the silicone. And push you in. Deal with some of the excess. What biome are you working in right now? Ah, no, don't. Ah, dang it. Okay, let's do this again. Okay. Put a little bit of the lotion. That's true. One 1.2's officially going to be out on the 2nd of June, so I can stop using experimental. Yeah, so far in Satisfactory, I've only played in the grassy fields and the dunes. Like, I've built smaller factories in other parts of the map, but I usually start out either in grassy fields or in the dunes. that looking? Yeah, it's hard to stay away. I think the longest I went without playing was like a week. Even when I wasn't, like, even when I stopped streaming it, I was still playing. There's something about the game that just, like, calls to you. But now that I'm streaming it again, I've only actually been playing it while I stream. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But I have been playing other games. I started up my, like, 12th save of Stellaris. So started a nice little empire there. I think this one's doing better than my last ones, but we'll see. I haven't really been attacked by anybody yet, so. What's Solar Punk? I think I heard of it, but let's go do a quick search. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. Oh. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. Did you try Star Rupture? Star Rupture's pretty fun. I should actually play. Yeah, it seems pretty good. June 9th. Nice. I don't know if I should add to my library though. I have so many games in my library right now. Yeah, I got it when it released, and I should play it more. But I got so distracted with Satisfactory and a bunch of other games that it's just been sitting there. Same thing with Arc Raiders. I got it at Christmas. One of my buddies got it for me. And I played a few times and I like it, but I just haven't really taken the time to sit down with it and play for an extended amount of time. So maybe I should stream Arc Raiders at some point. Or even Star Rupture. Like, I can probably start another save. I've never gotten that far in it. I tried streaming Arc Raiders and it did not go well. But now that I fixed up my computer, I should probably try it again. Come on, don't stick to my fingers, please. There. Oh, it'd help if I actually had it in frame. There. Push. Solaris. No, Stellaris. With a T. I think Solaris is a game, but no, I haven't played that. Let's go see. Is it a game? It is a game. A space strategy game. Oh no. Sounds like Eve. Games last 2 to 3 weeks. What? Interesting. Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah, no, I haven't played that. But no, Stellaris. Stellaris. Poke that in. I think there's 2 L's in Stellaris. Yeah, actually, looking at Solaris, I could see that. A little bit more complicated than Risk, but yeah. It is a grand strategy. It's a very, very long game to play. Think about Civilization. It's kind of like that. Civilization, but in space. You're basically managing a whole empire. It's fun, but it takes a while. It takes time. If I'm not careful, I could basically burn a whole weekend just playing Stellaris non-stop. The tail actually went together pretty good. I'm not really seeing a lot of gaps. There's a little bit on this part, but the rest, like down here, seems fine. So let's work on this. And then I think we'll be done that part, and we can start gap filling on the wings. The heck? Needed a bit of water. Checking my phone real quick. There. All right. Let's see if we can do this. Ugh, dipped it in way too far. Okay. So now if we poke it, should be able to take away most of the excess. Yeah, it's a beast of a game. There's a lot to it. That's why it takes so long to play, because like you're managing planets and fleets and all sorts of diplomacy, and then there's these little storyline things that come into play. There's quite a bit to it. It's fun if you have the time and the patience for it. It's a decent game to actually have running, but then like watch YouTube videos and stuff at the same time, because there are some stretches where you don't necessarily have to be paying attention to it 100%. But yeah, it's a big game. Okay, I don't want that. These are starting to get too hard. And I don't know if you see it, but right there, there's a weird hole in the model. I have no idea where that came from. So I'm going to fill it. Or at least try to. There. There, hole's gone. Now, let's finish filling in these so we can get started on the wings. Because that's going to take a lot of work, and I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that. There. Oh man, it's not what I wanted to do. It's not sticking. Come on, we can do it. Oh. There, so you can see what I'm doing. Now I can see what I'm doing. Started watching Spider Noir last night. It's actually pretty good. It's something different in the Spider-Man universe. Watched 2 episodes last night. probably watch some more tonight. But yeah, with Nicolas Cage in it, it's pretty good. Spider Noir. It's on Prime. It's Nicolas Cage is playing a Spider-Man character. And it's been pretty fun so far. It's been pretty good. I want to try to get this last little bit before we move on. Yeah, I like Nicolas Cage. He's a good actor. He doesn't always take himself too seriously, which is cool. And I don't know, I don't remember ever seeing him in a role where I didn't like the movie he was in. Yeah, The Rock was pretty good. But this series, it's set around during the time of the Great Depression. There are some funny bits to it, but it's been pretty good so far. I don't think it's really meant to be taken too seriously. There's this weird gap here, and I'm not sure if it was intentional or not. You can't see what I'm talking about, but there's like a weird gap right here. And it's not where I glued, because the gap is right here from when I glued the two pieces together. I think this might have been intentional. Just trying to get some of the stuff out of it. At least I think it's intentional. I don't know, it's not following the rest of the gap, so it's kind of weird. Anyway, we'll leave it and see how it turns out when we prime and paint. Oh man, this thing's so big, it's hard to maneuver. That's what she said. Okay, put this in here. Grab a little bit of lotion. Poke it in. Come on, there we go. Yeah, maybe I'll add one. The hell was that? I never really know what to put as tags. I know they're sort of important on Twitch for discoverability, but on YouTube and Kick, I don't think they work the same. YouTube for sure, because it actually says when you're setting up your stream title and stuff that the tags are useless for discoverability. But Kick, I don't know. Should probably also look into doing like a Michael Scott emote. Maybe if I get to affiliate and I can monetize the channel, I can have like I can use the bits and have a Michael Scott GIF as as one of the things you can do with the bits. If I ever get to affiliate. Okay, I think we're good on the dragon. Anything that we missed, we can deal with when we get to it. Let's put you on your base and grab one of the wings, and I'm gonna mix up a fresh batch of my gap filler. Let's see how much of the wing we can fill. Which wing do I want to work on? Let's work on this one. Whoa. All right. Quite a bit of work is needed on this one. I might have to actually zoom out a little bit. Come on, reconnect, you can do it. Okay, let's try this again. Reach, there we go. Let's zoom out a little bit. The wing's going to be a little bit less awkward to work with because it's more flat. And I'm still going to limit the size for these. It's about the same amount. And mixy. Okay, where to begin? Maybe along this line here. Just pull you up so I don't keep sticking my elbow in it. Okay. Yeah, start from the beginning. So let's see if we can apply everything we learned while we were doing the rest of the dragon. Honestly, I probably should have just started with the wings first, because I think they're going to be easier than what I just went through with the dragon. Okay, stop sticking. Thank you. Ah, really? Maybe I spoke too soon. There. Okay. So let's go here. Okay. Only thing is that these two pieces aren't really sitting flush. So we need to squish this in a way so that it looks like they're all one piece. So on this side, I can take most of it off, I think. And then here, just have to make sure that it's smooth. And it's not like it's off by a lot, but it's enough to be a little bit annoying. Okay, we'll see how that turns out when it dries and when we prime it. Just trying to think if there's a way that I can add texture to it, because it's going to look a little bit flat, right? I don't know. Maybe we just leave it. There. Smooth her out. Get rid of that. Pretty good, pretty good. Let's keep going. Okay. There. Smooth it out with my finger a little bit. And some water. It's a lot easier to work on the wings. Should have started with that. Although I might have, if I started with the wings, I might have made a horrible mess of the wings. Because I learned some stuff while I was doing the rest of the dragon. Need a bit of water. Okay. We keep going. We soldier on. Imagine instead of buying the Saturn IV, if I would have gotten the Jupiter 2 that came out not too long after I bought the Saturn IV, I might have been able to print this whole thing in one piece. Like the whole dragon. That would have been pretty damn cool. But a real pain in the ass to paint. Maybe I could have cut it, or at least put it together in a way in the slicer to do like the wings as one, like each wing is one piece, and then the dragon as a piece, and then the base as a piece. If I had the Jupiter too, that might have worked. But I did not have the money at the time, and it wasn't even out. They announced it, I think it was a week after I got the Saturn IV. Annoying timing, but I like the Saturn IV so far. So much better than the Mars 2 that I bought. Make sure this feels smooth. We're probably going to sand it a little bit anyway, but at least if I get it as smooth as I can right now, I won't have to sand it as much. And sanding is probably going to be at least 1, maybe 2 streams. So that's going to be super riveting. Unless I do it off stream. I could always just sand it off stream. Make sure it doesn't look super bulky. I guess when I'm done filling these gaps, if it looks absolutely horrible, then maybe I reprint the wings and try to do a better job putting them together. Because it's possible that I did something wrong when I was putting them together, because they don't come with instructions, although it's not like they're super complicated to put together, but I may have messed some things up. Maybe I was just trying to go too fast. but that'll be a decision for future me when we get to it. Because I'm just kind of worried about when I fill in these huge gaps, I don't really have a good way to make it look like skin, or at least to blend it into the skin. I don't know, maybe tapping it with this and having like random lines in it will work. But we might not really be able to see how horrible it actually is, if it is horrible, until after it's primed. We are making progress though, so there's that. Okay. Might be working. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. So let's push that back in. There. Okay, maybe that'll work. I don't know if there's thunder outside again, or if it's somebody banging something around downstairs. But there's some rumbling going on. The weather's been kind of iffy lately. There. Try to get rid of some of the excess. Over a little bit of water. Might not help if it's soaking wet. Okay, let's leave it and not play around with it too much. Poke, poke, poke. Wee bit of water. Okay. Not too bad. Looks kind of okay. Next step is the rest of this line here. So it goes here, down to here, then here. And it's a pretty significant gap. This part's gonna be the difficult part, I think. Pull some of the excess away. Get out of there, you. Okay. So there's a faint outline right here of the other scale that's supposed to be on top of this one, but it's very faint. Let's put a little bit more in here. I don't think we have the same outline over here. Oh well. Do what we can with what we have. There. It's gonna have to work for now. Might be able to fix it later. Because I think here might need to be fixed too. But let's move on and not worry about that too much. Push that in. Try to blend it. More blending. Or more attempts at blending. Okay. Where did I? There it is. some of the excess water off. And I used this before to sort of hopefully put some random lines in it. To hopefully get it to blend better. Yeah, that looks okay. This is a mess though. Yeah. Let's just keep filling in the gaps in the wings. We'll deal with the gaps in the scales after. Yoink. There. Let's move this for a second. Come on. There. No. Ah, crud. Let's see if we can put it back. There we go. Ah, balls. There. Pretty good. Pretty good. Next one. Okay, come on. There. Poke, 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 poke. Wipe it down. Some randomness to it. So hopefully it looks like it's part of the skin. Whew. Oh man. Need to stretch. Ah. There. Okay. Blend, blend, blend. I'm calling it blending, but I don't know if that's actually what it is. Okay. There. I'm really not sure if this is actually doing anything. I like to think it is, but who knows at this point. Let's finish this. I think. There. Okay. Poke at it a bit to smooth it out. Wipe it down. A little bit of water. Smooth it out more, I think. There. Okay. I think I'm going to call it for today. We did some progress. Finished the gap filling on most of the dragon, or on the dragon. Did a little bit on the base, or at least a little bit of finishing on the base, and started on the wing. And it's turning out okay, I think, but we'll see when this stuff is dry. I might try sanding it a little bit just to see how it turns out, and then I can go from there. But anyway, I will call it a night because I'm getting starving. I haven't actually eaten since like 11 today, so I need to get something to eat. And yeah, I can't wait to start painting it too. But the better job we do now, the better the paint job's gonna come out. So I need to make sure that I focus on getting this right. Anyway, thanks for hanging around and listening to me ramble and try to fill in these gaps. And I will see you next time I stream. Should be this weekend. Saturday or Sunday. Likely Saturday. So have a good rest of your day, and I will see you later.